Hello and welcome once again to Studio H, the home of victory and anger management. I have a question that I ask a lot of people. A lot of people say no to this question. But what say you? My question is, do you talk to you? Yes, but then on the other hand, a lot of people say no, they don't talk to themselves. Then I challenge them to think of one word. Can you think of one word that would describe a person talking to themselves? They ponder, and even people that say they talk to themselves, I ask this question too quite often. Do you talk to yourself? And can you think of one word that can describe a person talking to themselves? And they think and think of that word, and I tell them you're not thinking hard enough, but don't overthink it. And sometimes some people catch on. The answer to that question, the word is think or thinking. Think about it and say something to yourself. Just think about something. Can you hear your voice? The other thing is, how can we possibly make a decision without talking to ourselves? Say, narrow down to one brand of car. You go to that dealership, and now they have a lot full of cars of different colors. They have different features. Now you're in deep thought about which one do I want, what color do I want, what features do I want added into my vehicle. You're actually having a conversation with yourself about making a decision. All right. So we do talk to ourselves. And as long as we're living and breathing, I hope we are indeed thinking and or talking to ourselves. Because we think. Sometimes we think when we go to sleep. We think when we wake up. You have to think all day long what to do, what not to do, what to buy, what not to buy. What color shirt do I want? Again, decision making. It's one of the most important things we need to know how to do. Now, here's the thing. What do you say to yourself when you get angry? Don't answer that. Because usually our first thought is not something nice. Learn how to do is replace that not so pleasant thought with a better choice. And that means we have to take our feelings, take our emotions out of the equation when we want to come up with a choice, when we want to come up with a decision, when we want to come up with what to do. One thing I always say, learn to do what's best for me. And I guarantee you, when we get angry, most of the times that first thought is not what's in our best interest. So what we have to do is remove that first thought. And then you want to say it, replace it with something that's in your best interest. All right, no matter what your first thought is, if it's something negative, if it's something mean, if it's something harmful to yourself or someone else, it's probably not in your best interest. So what we want to learn how to do is make decisions based on what's best for us. And that's going to take thought, that self talk, that conversation that we have with ourselves, things we say to ourselves. That's what a self talk is. That's what place that thought. Because our first thought when we get angry is probably our worst enemy. Think about it. Am I going to make a bad situation worse? We may not be able to improve it, but we don't want to make it worse. Here's my next question. Do you answer yourself? I already gave you a clue to that one. Of course, the answer is yes, we do answer ourselves. If we didn't answer ourselves, we would never come up with a decision, or we would never come up with a conclusion. We would never decide what we want. Just we're talking to ourselves, but we can't decide what color car we want. We can't decide what features we want in it. We can't decide which model we want. So we're going to go home, drive away in the same old car that we came in there in until we can make a decision. In other words, until we can answer our own question. What kind of car do I want? What color car do I want? What features do I want in that car? So unless we come up with an answer, our answers are always our decisions. So remember, is essential in anger management and or aggression management. See, sometimes we don't have a choice whether we get angry, but we do have a choice in whether or not we become aggressive because of our anger. In other words, we don't want to act out on our emotions or make an emotional decision. Hold on to that until we meet again. Again, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and have a pleasant the rest of your day, no matter where. Thank you for Victory Anger Management. Peace.